Hey everyone, Spicy Toast Gaming here. Hope you're having a great day. Hope this video can make it a little bit better. The next video was taken as part of my streaming all of the content as soon as it came out. So there will be some limited interactions of me talking with chat and stuff like that. I'll try to cut out anything that's not really relevant to the video and try to refine it down for you. But just so you know, this was taken as part of stream. I hope you enjoy. If you want to see me playing any of this live, there's a link to my Twitch channel down below. Let's get into it. I hope you enjoy. So we're going to go ahead and try this on Nidalee. And we're going to go for this one, Lost Chapter, obviously, so we only really have one option for another relic, and I think we're going to go for Transmogulator. Now, with Nidalee, we can get 2 copies of her, and this will let us transform our other copy of Nidalee if we just have her on the board, or both of them can then transform other people. They did fix this, so this now counts towards our level up. The goal is to try to level up Nidalee as fast as possible so we can start summoning more units. I think similar to some other champions, I think this will be fine, but with Nidalee, she has so many good options for her build that I don't think this is going to be better than a lot of the other options you already have. So while I think it will be fine, I think by taking it will actually be a little bit of a step backwards compared to some other builds, but we'll go ahead and test it out and see how it goes. So let's grab this here. Where do we want to test her out? Do we want to do a Nightmare? Not necessarily. I don't know if we really want to do a Lissandra run. Don't know if I really want to do Aurelian Soul either. I think this one is just, 3-star, which isn't honestly that big of a deal. I suppose we'll try against Lissandra, but they do have a lot of ways to shut down Nidalee, so this might be absolutely stomped. Yasuo 4.5. I kind of forgot there was a Yasuo, to be honest. Yeah, I actually forgot this existed. Doesn't this have Karma? Yeah, I actually genuinely forgot this adventure existed. Sure, I kind of forget what's in here. I'm pretty sure I forgot because I hated it. I think Ionia is just like the worst, and we're probably going to get stunned the whole time. I'll probably regret this, but sure. It immediately stuns your bushes of the ads. I was kind of thinking, I was like, it's probably going to immediately stun us. When a player summons a follow that costs 2 or less, stun it. Yeah, I think there's a reason I forgot about it, because I think it's really annoying. Yeah, I think honestly going for Lissandra is going to be less painful. Yeah, I think I remember playing it and being like, when I finished, I'm never going to come back here. Aurelia is fun. Yeah, let's go for Aurelia. That'll be a good time. I think that should be good. A lot of summons, a lot of free attacks. When allies attack spawn 3, that wouldn't be bad because when we attack, we're then summoning another unit, so that's okay. But Deceptively Deadly could be really good. Just a very solid combat trick. I think we'll go for this, even though this also can be very strong for us. I think being able to give our units some extra power, especially with like frostbites and things like that, this could actually be pretty good. But yeah, both of those would have been excellent. Let's go for the shop. I like Renekton, but also getting other champions is a little rough for us. Take Heart, Tasty Folk. I mean, some of these with summoning multiple units is actually pretty solid. Double attack. That's not terrible. Although we probably want to try to get stuff on for our Nidalee. So while some of these are quite good, let's Deathless, Black Cleaver. I think we'll go for Deathless. Yes. And I think we'll go for Inspiring Mentor just because dropping this we immediately summon 2 units. So summoning 2 units as a 1 cost can be very, very good for Nidalee. Do we have vulnerable stuff? I think we have some. Like, doesn't this do that? Sure. I think getting one of these just so we have it on an opening hand is fine. Sure. All right. I think I might actually want to try to go up top again. Sure. So let's go for Troll Scavenger. The Ephemeral Nidalee will revive. That's really good. Yep, that's a good point. I was thinking of Nidalee dying, but yeah, that will be excellent. Won both my 50/50s in Honkai Star Rail. Nice. Grats. All right, we did not get Nidalee. So that feels pretty bad. Sure, let's go for Inspiring Mentor.
Give me a sweet bun and heightens the senses.
Let's go ahead and transform this guy. Obliterate a unit in hand to summon a Stormcraft Spire. That's a play effect, so it won't happen when I'm summoning someone at Random Husk. Sure, I think let's go with this right here.
I'll show you how it's done.
And let's go ahead and attack and see if they block. All right, let's... Yeah, go ahead and kill that. This isn't the Yeti Adventure, so that's actually not the worst. I hate It's such a tilting encounter. Also, it's pretty bad for your first one because you don't have that many cards. I think let's drop our Aurelia. If we could start getting her to go, it would be pretty solid. Granted, with the Sharpened Resolve, they're probably still going to be able to kill her, which is not great. Yeah, that's probably going to be a problem. Alright, we're actually fine. They didn't use the Enraged Yeti, so we're still alive and kicking, at least for now. I think let's try to go for a Flawless or a Blade Dance. They didn't want to do anything. Sure, we'll drop this here. So Vulnerable's not bad. But we can buff up our Aurelia. And yeah, let's kill this one.
Fight for the first land.
Let's transform this guy. Attacks on his attacking Sand Soldier. Sure, let's go ahead and do that. She's going to give anyone, I guess, just quick attack, which everyone already has. She's strong enough to kill any of their units. This one is not quite strong enough to kill any of the units. This one's ephemeral, so it kind of doesn't matter. Oh, that one is double attack, though. Yeah, sure.
Side by side.
One issue, though, is we're not really getting a lot of damage down.
We love it when they run.
Yeah, let's recall this one. It's the most expensive. Double attack's pretty scary. Pretty much whatever we do, Aurelia's gonna die. I always double click that before that thing's even up. We could use this to kill their Enraged Yeti, but this one's not really that big of a deal, so I think we'll pass.
Run.
Wow, okay. I am honestly surprised that they are not killing Aurelia, but I'm not going to complain, especially since we should be able to level her this next round. It's so tilting.
I get the guards, Bob gets the goods.
Alright, so this will give us
This land is ours.
our level up when we attack. I suppose her leveling will give us another copy of her, but the extra copy is not really going to attack, so it's not really going to matter. Yeah, I suppose it doesn't really matter her leveling up. So sure, let's go for the clever camouflage here. Deal 1 to everything, summon, do a coin in hand. Sure, let's drop that one there.
A line around me.
We'll go ahead and attack like this.
We dance to the drums of war, and all our hearts beat as one.
Yeah, it's most important to have this one die, so we could swap Aurelia, but it doesn't really matter. Big thing is killing all the units is actually quite nice. Yeah, not having a Nidalee. Not the best.
Understand my methods.
Not the best. Yeah, I don't really want her to get weaker. Let's drop this. I'm trying to see if we could maybe level up our Lux, which would be quite nice.
Arda's gonna make a meal of them.
Hey, look, they stole one of our lists. How nice. Alright, so there goes both of our champions. Good. Solid. All right, still no Nidalee.
I must become the leader they need.
When allies attack, create a blade surge in hand. All right, let's try to do this.
How did that move go?
All right, perfect. So we can do a blade surge right here. And let's actually do this right there just to kill another unit.
Our eyes lead to hidden paths.
No summoned, or the first time an ally transforms. I think let's just drop this here,
Shoulder set.
just so we can go for another blade dance, which they don't actually block this time.
100 times. Navori, formations.
We don't really have room for the transform, which somewhat sucks. Let's give this one a quick attack, and yeah, attack like this.
Your funeral.
All right, so we'll swap over here. Because, yeah, we don't want her to die. If we change this, it's still going to be too small. Suppose let's change... Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's try to change this, even though we're not going to have room. Oh, Merciless Hunter. That's actually pretty solid. 8 cards left. Oh, man. Hey, boarded Jace. Let's drop this here so we can try to transform it. We have 5 cards left, and we still have not gotten our Nidalee. I think let's drop this here. I kind of care about killing the enemy units more than necessarily protecting our own. Alright, we're probably going to get Nidalee right here, and we're probably not going to use her. Oh, nope, we still didn't get it. Alright, let's attack like this. Let's... I suppose drag that one aside since it doesn't really matter. Alright, that was kind of painful, but GG. Oh, man. Vulnerable, 2 power, grant an enemy -1. I think we'll just go for Green Glade Lookout. That can be good, especially if we happen to get that power later. That was such a painful adventure. For the rest of the game, when you Blade Dance, summon an extra attacking blade, Blade Dance 1. That's pretty nice for getting reduced down. Let's go for Zephyr Sage. We had like 3 cards left, and we still never drew her. That was incredibly painful. Alright, this run is just cursed, apparently.
Traditions are lost.
Oh, man.
On.
Sure, we'll let that one kill him here. We'll drop this there. Actually, one thing we could do is... Yeah, we can drop this just to try to get some extra damage down.
Never see me coming.
And they're going to block right here and not quite die. Good, good. How does the only 6-star work? Is she taking long to level for me? Oh, yeah. Her 6-star, for some reason, isn't counting for her level up, which is weird. I think we'll actually drop this just to reduce down the damage we're taking a little bit.
Heard you're new in the area. My training.
Because, yeah, otherwise this is going to be very, very rough. So this is actually reducing down a lot of damage. I think I want to keep the unit alive for now. All right, let's try to drop our Nidalee. So now we have double Nidalee.
I have their scent.
I think let's change this unit already. Also, this actually doesn't really matter because whatever we do is about to get changed again. So yeah, this shouldn't really matter at all. We are going to level, but also killing these units are some of the most useless ones. Like, these other ones are a lot bigger. But I suppose it would be a lot of damage. We might actually just be one away from leveling, so that actually could be a little sad. Because, yeah, we don't have anything for the other one. Alright, there we go.
Die by my claws.
Take the high ground.
Alright, we get Lux on the board. Unfortunately, we didn't get our Nexus Strike, so we actually won't be able to level down for a little bit, which isn't really the best. But at least we finally got a champion on the board.
Let the bees yodel, I see.
Let's try to level up. So they will be able to replay these. But if we do this, we don't have enough mana for anything else. We could try to get a kill, especially since this is actually a pretty big unit. Sure, let's drop a Aurelia first.
Picked the wrong row.
Let's try to get rid of that unit since we won't be able to block it. Storm of Blades will be nice.
How I got it. Quietly.
And they drop another one. Solid.
Another mark.
Alright, so we have to block all of these, which is not really the greatest for us. Because we don't want some of these units to die, but we don't really have too much of a choice. We'll get a Nidalee back.
Tail.
And the others. Hammer them. Take the high ground.
Alright, let's drop Aurelia.
Fall, freedom
Let's
glows.
try to go for Storm of Blades.
Pushing my limits.
This levels up our Lux, give us a Garen. Sadly, these summons aren't actually helping our Nidalee because Nidalee is already leveled. So that is a little bit sad. Let's kill that unit.
By the light.
Sure, we can go for another Storm of Blades.
Looking for this.
Let's see if we can make this something a little bit stronger, just so we can kill that unit so they're down one more blocker. And we can even drop this here to, again, get rid of one more blocker. Alright, not terrible.
Gouge them.
She's going to transform someone.
Illuminate the enemy.
This Aurelia... Actually, all of these champions are probably going to die.
And all things bright.
So that's not really the greatest.
Illuminate the enemy.
But I feel like we just have to attack. Could be decent to transform something that's... Yeah, let's
Let's brighten up their day.
try to go like that. Alrighty.
We were born in the First Land, and we will defend them until the end.
See you there.
Hey, look, we now get another Garen. Nice. Let's swap these two. And actually, this turned out incredibly well. We were able to attack and have all of our units survive.
Mangle them.
Alright, that was actually excellent. Well, nice. Alright, let's go for this, and that should be game. This has been a very rough adventure. Oh, GG. They're like, you know what? You've had too many good adventures recently. We're gonna just make one that's absolutely terrible for you. We have 8 health left. Sure, Storm of Blades will be fun, especially the fact we can do that for free. Alright, so we're going to Blood Ravine. And I don't think we're gonna do great here. Let's go for it. Kind of hurts watching, but it's kind of funny. Yeah. It's definitely painful. Let's get rid of these two. Yeah, Aurelia is a pretty good support champion. She is another one that I really look forward to when she gets added. Hey, look, once again, we did not draw our Nidalee. This is 3 games in a row that we've re-rolled pretty aggressively and still never once had her. Oh, man.
I learned my scars.
Let's try to transform this. Ambush 1, Nexus Strike, Elusive. Let's go for the Elusive. Try to get some damage down.
I need no weapon.
I thought you were playing Aurelia with Nidalee support. I mean, that's what it feels like. That is what it feels like.
I have the name. I need the reputation.
I think we'll drop this. We have some blockers. Because otherwise it's going to be a little rough. And we can also drop the Inspiring Mentor. Just so we have the... Which one of these we care more about killing? Oh, I guess this one... Can't even block that one. Fantastic. Yeah, this is okay, I suppose. Alright, let's try to go for Aurelia.
Every blade, every beat in its place.
So many tinies.
Yeah, so there's nothing Aurelia is going to be able to do to stop that. We could transform that into something else. Flawless Duet is actually going to be bad. Since it's just going to damage them, which is going to buff them. We could transform our Elusive, but our Elusive is really good, so I don't really want to transform our Elusive. I think I'll just do this. I think I will actually transform their unit. Let's go for this one. That seems... It's still pretty big, but at least it doesn't have that one effect. That did... Oh, just 2 damage. I was thinking it does 1 damage. Yep, rip Aurelia. Alright, let's drop this here. And we can have both of these block. This one will be able to kill that unit. So we're still doing alright. Love getting Aurelian Warwick runs. Yeah.
I've got this. Mighty as the winter's claw.
I think let's drop this one right here.
Gonna find a gift for an action.
And let's actually transform this one. That one's gonna die. Elusive. We can go for this one. Honestly, going for a Ribbon Dancer isn't the worst thing in the world. Although, yeah, the Blade Dance one actually can be pretty bad. Never mind. The list would have our own unit die. We might genuinely... Yeah, actually drop this here just to reduce down their stats a little bit.
I need no weapon.
So we can let this one die. We need to buff this one up a little bit more so we can actually kill theirs.
No one else?
Alright, we're actually doing okay,
The elk of
relatively speaking.
Flee now or burn!
Alright, let's drop this.
they brave or stupid. This is our homeland.
Alright, so we can actually go right here. We're killing 2 of their units. Again, relatively speaking, doing okay. Have you found another champ you use Leona's Relic on? No, because there's no other Daybreak champion. I mean, we could get rid of her, but they would be able to just play her again. We could transform this unit and hope it hits something crazy. I think let's try. Lord is pretty good. When I'm summoned round, start spawn 2. I think let's go for Lord. That actually is not too bad. We could go for the list and get him out of the way right away. Sure, let's try to do that.
We'll take what we want. The rest will burn.
Yeah, I think we do want to get rid of. They're both big, but we could kill this one this round. So I think let's get rid of that one. Grand, yeah, they can block that, which I guess they don't want to.
For the right price.
The fact we don't have Overwhelm is pretty rough.
What is your eyes?
So yeah, we have a lot of damage. Let's try to go like this.
Go on, gift me a scar.
All right, so both these are dying. Both our units are dying. But overall, that is still fine. Let's drop this. It'll heal up that unit a little bit, give us some more damage.
Now the reinforcements.
Oh man, this is...
They're here. Sound the alarm.
Obliterate all units in play, or... Okay, so yeah, it's obliterate all units with 4 or less power. Let's hit this. It's going to annihilate our entire hand, isn't it? And that is Overwhelm, which means we're kind of screwed, because we're not going to have anything that's really big enough to stop that.
Across the seas and into battle.
Well, we gave it a good shot. We almost had it. I suppose instead of trying to save this unit, we could have saved that combat trick to try to give it to the Tusk Raider. That maybe would have just barely given us enough. All right. This has been pretty miserable so far, but let's try again. So far, we're 3 out of 3 for not drawing our Nidalee. Turn 1. We've only had her like once. Hey, look, we finally got her. Let's go right here. All right, we will try to drop her here. We'll go for the ambush. I wish we had 1 more mana that we could use for... our unit. Also, we're going to change this unit, so we're actually not going to get another Nidalee on the board. That's going to be funny. So yeah, this one's going to have Deathless, but Nidalee won't.
In the War Mother's name.
But yeah, let's go for some Storm of Blades, which the Blade Dance is going to make that unit stronger, so that could be a problem.
Threaten my pack. Die by my
But
claws.
we got level Nidalee.
Guess I fool you.
We could transform it to try to be something better, because that unit is going to be pretty big, because we're going to do another one. But I think we're just going to let it go through. Yeah.
Guardian of the Winter's Cry. I've got this. Think with your back, not wait.
That one's actually pretty small. We might be able to kill that one. Double attack. I mean, none of it's really... Also, double attack's not going to be, good. It's just going to make her stronger. All right, yeah, it did get big enough.
My first scar.
Whew.
I have the name. I need the reputation.
All right, so we could give this one Formidable, and then we can go for the list. So our Nidalee will challenge and kill her. This will also give us a Nexus Strike, allowing our Nidalee to level down so she can start getting more effects. And now we have another Nidalee that can actually die and get summoned. All right, so now we can attack. And
We'll get our licks in.
yeah, this will be interesting. Let's transform this right now. It doesn't really matter because it's going to get transformed again. Hey, look, we got Garen.
Weapons.
Fantastic.
We got weapons.
We can drag this one over here and hope it turns into something with Overwhelm. All right, GG. Man, it's crazy how big of a difference it is when we actually draw our champion. I feel like this might be the worst Nidalee adventure I have ever done, at least so far. Recall an ally, create a flawless duet in hand. I mean, I like that it's normally going to be free. If you summon a Thunder Fist, transform me into Crashing Thunder, which means the second one should be that. Sure. Alright, Spells Chest. Rush. I'll just go for this one. Allies have 2/2, deal 2 to all units. Spells cost 2 less, units cost 1 more. Don't like that. I mean, technically, we could use this so that our transform spells are cheaper. So it could be a net positive, but still don't really want to go for it. I don't want more effects for our units dying. Phantom Prankster is a 3 cost. So we could immediately have something on the board to transform. That's actually not terrible. I think let's try one more. Ruinations. All cards cost 2 less. I mean, that's fun until we get to Lissandra, where she hits us with the cost increase. And so we're screwed, and then she keeps playing a ton. 2 Funsmiths, actually like that. Unstoppable Force could be decent, but I mean, this is probably going to be bad because then it's going to make Lissandra's spells hit even harder. But this gives us 2 things to transform, so it's probably going to backfire, but let's go for it. We're probably going to die before we get to Lissandra. Your units have Evolve. Could be okay. When you suddenly create a unit, granted 1/1. A lot of our transformed units don't count as being summoned. Fast deal, try to get our Nidalee. That's honestly could be okay. Let's try one more. We need to get something good if we can. Let's go for Hold Them Off. That could be okay. And let's go for Inquisitor. Oh yeah, I'm fully aware the Ice Shard is going to destroy us. I am very aware of that. Don't worry. Yeah, like getting a new champion would be fun, but I'm not too perturbed. Hey look, we did not get our Nidalee once again. Fantastic. Alright, let's try to transform one of these. Yeah, let's go for this one. That's actually pretty solid units. Actually not bad. Let's go ahead. Because yeah, the Funsmiths are a 4 cost, so they actually give us pretty big units. Let's go for Storm of Blades. And we can kill that there. Honestly, one of the best starts we've had, despite the fact we still have not gotten Nidalee. That's a little scary. Do we want to kill someone? It does have Overwhelm. Sure, let's kill this here. List, Rush. We could skip and try to make it our Nidalee, but at this point I've kind of given up on her. We'll drop this here. Sure, we can drop Thunder Fist. And then we can clever camouflage this one more time, see what we can get. Not bad. It is nice that it kind of works as just a big heal. So we can kill that, we'll survive, and this will be a solid amount of damage. We'll see how they block, because, yeah, I kind of thought they'd do something like that. Alright, good damage. They have nothing at the moment.
I follow the Freljord's true leader.
Alright, it would be good if we could kill that unit. Don't know if we'll be able to. Actually, we will. Never mind. Because we can drop this here, we give them vulnerable, and then we challenge and kill them. Alright. Pretty good. This unit's gonna die. I suppose we can drop our Aurelia over him, and Aurelia's about to level, which means we could get a Lux. Let's go ahead and attack like this. And that'll be GG.
Remember our ancestors and fight for those who came before us.
Alright, still GG. That actually worked out pretty well. This is supposed to be kind of showcasing a Nidalee build, but we've pretty much never gotten Nidalee, so not really working out great for that. Mini T's not bad. I think we will go for this. We've actually needed this a couple times. It's kind of saved us, so making it absolutely massive could be pretty good. Select a spell, add 2 copies of it. Cheap combat trick. We know we're going to get it. Swap 2 allies. I mean, we could go for a Rite of Calling to try to draw our Nidalee. I suppose. Let's try to go to the hard route. We'll probably get absolutely destroyed, but let the suffering continue. Sure. We got some draw. We got a lot of cheap things we can play. Once again, no Nidalee. Sure, let's play this first. Give them both an epic item. I think they keep items when they transform. I think. Attack, revive, and attacking ephemeral copy of the strongest dead ally. Haven't really had anyone die yet. This one's elusive. Round end, if you damage the enemy nexus, transform me into a rager. Sure, that could be pretty good. That one did not get, since it doesn't have the item, but these two have the scout. We might get frostbitten, but let's try. Actually, this one could die, so I think I actually might hold that one back because they're a really good transform base. Oh, another clever camouflage. If only we could play it. All right, let's go ahead and attack like this.
Will be shared.
I learned my scars.
All right, not terrible.
Let me show you what I can do.
All right, let's drop this unit just so we get several that can block.
My training is unconventional.
And let's do this one for the same reason as well as draw. All right, it's good to kill some of these units that can do this like ping damage to our nexus, which is very annoying. Right. Sure, I kind of want this unit to stay alive. We'll block there. I don't think we'll bother blocking that one. When a unit survives damage, double their stats. So
This isn't part of the training.
yeah, I think we'll just take this 2-hit. Yeah, it's okay. I think we are okay. All right, let's go ahead and transform this unit. When you play a spell or skill, summon a Sigil of the Storm. Okay, I feel like that's fine. Let's buff this one up a little bit. I'm kind of worried about getting hit with like an Entomb, to be honest. We could try to drop a Nidalee, but I think let's open with a scout attack before they have a chance to play something that screws us over. We could transform this again, to be honest, which I think I'm fine with. Overwhelm, double attack. Lord, or Mage Seeker, Lord Eldred. Double attack, we're not going to be able to get through. Overwhelm is nice. They actually only have 8 health left, so yeah, let's go for the Overwhelm. And let's attack like this and try to end. GG, once again, without Nidalee. It's honestly impressive how bad, at least as far as drawing Nidalee, how terrible this is going. Health potion. When an allied champion transforms into another follower, transform me into an exact copy of it. Not bad, except that it's a 3 cost, which is a little high. I think I'd rather just go for the health potion. The 10 and 12 one's just awful. All right, Howling Abyss. Let's go for it. I'm going to laugh if we end up actually being able to win this, but it's yeah, silly. Let's get rid of Ribbon Dancer. I kind of like the Storm of Blades, and the Bristle Hogs are nice as well. Hey, look, we actually have Nidalee. crazy. All right, let's drop her here. So we will transform her. We'll camouflage one of these already. It shouldn't really matter since we plan on transforming both of them. So let's go ahead and attack like this. This should be a pretty good turn 1 attack.
I am Pack Mother. You are mere prey. That's just the thing.
All right, but yeah, that's a 20 health unit. So not too much we can do for that. But I guess we could try to boost it up to hit a little bit harder. We could go for straight Nexus damage, but I think we need to try to kill this Rek'Sai. The good thing is we have the Deathless. Interesting how they died. Because we had both of them with Deathless, and yet one of them transformed and killed itself. So, thanks for that, I guess. Oh, man. Alright, that Frostbite's actually coming in kind of clutch. So that is a little rough, but yeah, we'll have to let that go through. I think let's drop this here for a little bit of draw. This isn't that bad. I think let's drop this here and then... Oh, there goes that Nidalee. Rip. We actually have kind of a bit of a too full of a board. So this is going to be a little rough. 9 cost, yeah, it's not transformed that. Garen's a 0 cost, we can't really transform that. Lux is a 5 cost though. So let's attack like this. I mean, this unit is still massive. Yeah, let's try to attack and see how this goes. Eight pool. We don't have enough for the Towering Paraphont anymore. Sure. Yeah, we can transform this one, see what we get. That's not too bad. And I guess let's actually go for the Prowl right here. Zed with free attack. Why not? That sounds like something worth having happen.
Approach me.
Let's actually get rid of
This one's a fight.
this one. Solid, solid. That's good. Glad they can do that.
Mango them.
Let's see. List, that's not really gonna matter. They're about to attack. Think we'll still pass for now because we want to play our Paraphants, which is going to give us some big units.
When will I find peace?
Yeah, let's drop this here. They might not attack because of our big scary units, but honestly, that's kind of fine.
Hi-ya! For the lost.
All right, let's try to buff him up so he can try to kill her. Not too bad. Granted, this one's gonna die since it's dying anyways. Let's go ahead. Well, they could still attack. I'm gonna count on them not doing that. All right, good. All right, we could really use her leveling. So let's drop this guy right here. We get 2 of them. We get 2 Nidalees. This one still is deathless again. Both these units are kind of small and pathetic, but he's a 0 cost. I don't think I want to transform Riptide because a lot of those cards kind of suck. Although at 10 cost, isn't Otacon a 10 cost? Let's try. I mean, Cythria is not terrible. So let's transform these.
Upon them.
And
I'll clear the way.
yeah, we'll do this just to make space. And hopefully this is enough to end. All right, GG. It's hard to say because it's kind of been such a
Message.
screwed up run, but I don't think this relic is really helping us very much. I think if we were using a different relic, it would be better. Let's go here because that is a pretty cheap unit. Yeah, that'll be not too bad. Honestly, I'm surprised we've made it this far. That's not bad. I mean, that is good for being able to get some more units, but we do have a lot of created allies. I think all of our transformed units should count as created, or at least all of our ephemerals ones will. So sure, I think that should be good. Getting more Stormer Blades, we honestly might. This will actually be quite good, because, I mean, it's good and bad, to be honest. Sure, let's get one copy of that. Do I really care about Rally Banner on Aurelia? Sure, I suppose. I think we're fine. We could get some more copies of this, but yeah, I think we're good. Let's go for Ornn. Let's actually give it a health potion and Paraphont. While they're good, we want to get some other things like, hopefully, our Nidalee. There we go. All right, let's try to drop her here.
Fighting food and cooking evil. Done. Switch those.
So we've doubled Nidalee. Let's transform one of these right away. Huh, that unit's really good, but I think we still want to transform it. I mean, I guess we could put it first. But if we put it first, we're not going to level up our Nidalee. And the 8 range is pretty good, although it might hit 9, yeah. Let's try.
Threaten my pack, die by my claws.
No doing the work.
All right, so everyone's doing good damage down. We're killing all their units. Let's buff up this Nidalee to do a little bit more damage. And the good thing about these blades is they're going to contribute towards our level up, so that's actually going to be quite nice. We'll be able to kill her, and killing all of Ornn's units is incredibly strong, as he can run out of units very quickly, and then a lot of his effects are just completely useless. All right, that was actually a really good turn 1. If we can summon 2 units, we can get Nidalee to level. Don't really think we can.
Where they fall, freedom grows.
I will tell you.
Thought we were 2 away. Huh. All right. We have Garen, but we also have a full board. Who do we want to get rid of? I mean, I kind of want to get rid of Lux, to be honest. Sure.
King and country.
This is actually going to be really silly, because we are going to have 3 Nidalees all transforming 3 other targets. GG. Oh, man. Hey, Dora. It's really expensive, but I kind of want to go for Vanguard Edge, just because all the blades will actually be pretty big. Sure. We could cut a card. Emperor's Guard. Is there a card we really want to cut? I mean, it would help us draw our Nidalee. So sure, let's head here. Most of our units do actually have like a use case. I think I actually care the least about Green Glade. Like, it does have the mana, but I actually care about that one least. Let's try to go for Lissandra.
At last, my time is at hand.
This has been the run that shows the difficulty of Lissandra. Yeah, like, we are playing a 3-star champion. Let's get rid of most of these. While they're not bad, they're not necessarily what we want in opening hand. Granted, one of them is actually pretty good. We'll try to open up with our Nidalee. Although she could get immediately entombed, but still. Alright, so we will hit this up. If we drop this, we're not going to be able to play anything else. But I think double epic is probably going to be worth it. Yeah. So we have scouts and elusive. But I think we only want to attack with one for now. Yeah, let's try to attack like this. We don't want the other one to die. We also don't want to transform it yet. All right, now let's attack like this. And those are some very big units.
I am Pack Mother. You are mere prey.
Yeah, I don't think this relic is really doing much, because right now all of our crazy power is not coming from the extra champions, and they're not really helping. Honestly, if we had like Crown Guard, we would be able to immediately attack and probably end or just do a crap ton of damage. So it's like, if we had other things, we'd actually be doing better here, which is a little sad. We could go for Aurelia and just try to have her die.
Shows him no weakness.
That legit might be the best strategy. Hey, look, they're still killing her. Yay! Let's try to buff up this one.
Stinging cold.
And still, yeah, it wasn't enough. They're both 7 costs, and they're both really big. I mean, first, let's get our scout attack off. They're out of mana, so this is going to be good right here on its own. Yeah. I guess, yeah, we can get both of our Nidalees. We'll be hitting from the 9 cost pool, but this could be pretty good. I don't think I want to hit them higher. I mean, the Nidalees alone should be able to end. All right, we actually did it. GG. All right, that was legitimately painful, but we did it. All right, tested that on Nidalee. That was a very bad run. Not necessarily because of the relic. That was just, especially the first half, probably like the worst run I've ever had. Where it's just like we could not draw Nidalee game after game. So that was really, really terrible. And I think as far as the relic, it is not worth it for Nidalee. For Nidalee, she has so many very good relics. And this one's just not doing enough for you. For one, when it's summoning champions, Nidalee is already leveled. And so those summoned champions aren't counting towards your level up. So that's all you are really getting is another unit on the board. But you're not really getting any other special synergy. So I don't think it's worth having for Nidalee. I would have preferred having like a Crown Guard, would have been incredible here. And yeah, like rare relics are better here than this relic. So yeah, while Nidalee can use it, I don't think it's worth using because Nidalee has such other better builds that make her incredible. And this was legitimately painful to get through. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, like and subscribe. Always appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day.